lay it all out to where in 10 years you're with a paid-for house, and 10 years of 15,000, you're going to be putting in more than that. You're going to be putting in about 25,000. So 10 years would be 250,000. Plus, what would that grow to? You have
Yeah,
the
I crunched
10,000.
it for 10 years. If they invest their 15% with no increase in income, they'll be at about 350K at 76.
Yeah, and a paid-for house and Social Security coming in, you'll be okay.
It's modest.
You'll
Yeah,
be okay.
it's not like lavish, but you'll survive and not be eating, rice and beans forever, hopefully.
But here,
All right, Dave Ramsey and George KAMEL takes a call that sounds manageable on the surface, but within minutes, the real financial problem comes within focus. The numbers don't make sense, the warning signs keep appearing, and Dave Ramsey, as well as George KAMEL, start asking questions the caller doesn't seem to want to answer, making this a game-changing reality check some may need to hear. Subscribe now to Debt Disaster Daily for more financial chaos and truths. I know there's like 95% of you who have yet to subscribe, so drop that sub button, hit those likes up, and we'll get started.
We recently paid off all our debt. We paid off 2 cars in 5 years.
Wow.
$80,000. And we only have $10,000 in our emergency fund and about $10,000 in my 401k, and he's a 1099. He has nothing.
Wow.
So,
okay. Does either of you have a pension coming in?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, we're renting. We have a low rent of $1,900.
And what do y'all make? What's your income?
It's about $125.
Okay. What do y'all do?
I work for a nursing home. It's a recent job, and he is an ISA.
Okay. All right. Well, the good news is you have no debt. Do you have no debt on your house as well?
We're renting.
You're renting. Okay.
Yeah, we've been renting for 10 years, and I wanted to buy a house now that we are free, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I have no money.
No, you don't. Wow. Okay, number one, I think the two of you need to look at each other and say, we're going to be working a while.
Yeah.
We're not going to be like retiring next week.
Right.
And we're going to be working a lot because we have some catching up to do. We're behind. And so, I would think about getting a very, very modest house or condo that I put on a 15-year or even a 10-year fixed rate mortgage, very modest. And that's after you save up a good down payment. Meanwhile, I would start putting at least 15% of your income away for retirement. That's $15,000 a year. That's not much. In 10 years, that's only $150,000, and that will only become about $350,000 or $400,000 by the 10-year mark, which makes you 76 years old with a couple of $100,000 in a paid-for house if you pay the house off in 10 years because you buy very modestly.
Okay.
But that's 10 years of hard work, and, you can end up with a couple of $200,000-$300,000 in a paid-for house, and if you just do those two things. But, again, the house has to be super modest.
Yes.
I mean,
at 66 with having zero is actually insane. Wow. Okay.
Like you're not proud of it, but it is yours.
Right. I love it. There's hope.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
You made my day.
Yeah. So, I mean, but putting 15% of your income away, can both of you agree to do that and work 10 years?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're both hard workers. I picked up this part-time job. I'm making like $40,000 here. I work like 29 hours a week, but I get the Social Security. And then August, Dave, I get to make as much as I want.
There are basics every family needs: food, shelter, transportation, and term life insurance. Term life is simple. If you pass away, foundation for nearly 30 years. Go to Xander.com today.
And then August, Dave, I get to make as much as I want for Social Security, not to take money out. So I'm excited for August. I'm going full-time, Dave. Thanks for listening to you guys pushing us to do that.
Why don't you sit down with your SmartVestor Pro and set up a couple of Roth IRAs and anything else you can come up with to set aside, and let's get that going into some good growth stock mutual funds, and then start chunking money aside as fast as you can for a big down payment on a small house.
All right.
Yeah, but let's lay it all out to where in 10 years you're with a paid-for house, and 10 years of 15,000, you're going to be putting in more than that. You're going to be putting in about 25,000. So 10 years would be 250,000 plus. What would that grow to? You have
Yeah,
the
I
10,000.
crunched it for 10 years. If they invest their 15% with no increase in income, they'll be at about 350K at 76.
Yeah, and a paid-for house and Social Security coming in, you'll be okay.
It's modest.
You'll
Yeah,
be okay.
it's not like lavish, but you'll survive and not be eating,
But
rice and beans forever. Hopefully.
But here's the trick, Mary. Whatever you have done for the first 66 years, you can't do any of that. All of that was wrong. It got you to this point. So you have got to spend the next 10 years doing exactly the right things, or you're going to be in a real mess. So, I mean, you got to really treat this like this is a serious health diagnosis. We've got to get with it, and you got to lean into this because that's a tough 10 years from 76 or 66 to 76. Ouch. Whew. Hey, guys.
Well, guys, I know there's like a decent amount of people who watch this channel and they happen to be above the age of 50. If you guys can comment down below how much you guys have saved so far, I definitely appreciate that. And let me know what your thoughts on this take and this type of advice. Back to the video.
If you're 19 years old or 22 years old, that lady calling was sent as a message to you from God. $100 a month from age 25 to age 65. $100 is $1,176,000 in your mutual fund when you're age 25. Did you hear that it's tougher to wait till 66 to start? 22-year-old, are you hearing me? 19-year-old, are you hearing me? 24-year-old that loves to go to happy hour, loves fine dining, and wants to lease a freaking Tesla. Are you hearing me? She was sent that call, that lady calling, that sweet lady, and she's precious. Sweet lady calling was a message to you if you're in your 20s, Gen Z. She was sent to you today. Don't you think, George?
Yeah, well, I've actually run the numbers on this, and it's fascinating to see what a dollar is worth at 20 invested versus 55 or 60. And the truth is this: if you're 20 years old and you invest $1, there's a 73x return. That dollar turns into $73 at 65. But when you invest that same dollar at 55, it's maybe worth 4x instead of 70x.
Instead of $73, you got $4.
Exactly. That's the actual compound growth math.
Holy gramola.
To convince
so just
a 20-year-old.
Put 100,000 of those on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So 100,000 is 7.3 million, right?
Yeah.
Or 100,000 is 400,000.
That's the math.
There's a difference.
That's the wild math behind it. So if you're
Holy-
young,
Yeah. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow. And for those who are watching this channel, hope you got that message too, because that's basically more of the story is do not end up like that poor lady. Although she might have sounded sweet and whatnot, but it's like she had 66 years to figure it out, which honestly is a long time. It is, honest to God, a long time. And that is, if it was a man, that is completely unacceptable. The fact that he has $0, I guess her husband had $0 to his name, that is unacceptable. And I know there's folks out there who have $0 to their name. You gotta get some money up. You got to invest. If you want to live off of rice and beans for the rest of your days, that's up to you. That is a choice at that point. But if you don't, I suggest you start investing today, right now actually, after you finish watching this video. Subscribe now to Death Disaster Daily. Thank you guys for watching. We totally appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, and we're out.